Have you ever looked up at an airplane flying high above and wondered how on earth does that giant metal bird stay in the sky? It's a question that has baffled and fascinated people for over a century. That massive, heavy machine, defying gravity, just soaring through the clouds. Well, hold on to your seatbelts, because today, we're rediving deep into the world of aviation to uncover 10 mind-blowing facts about airplanes that will completely change the way you look at flying. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for Fact Hash. 10. It's a real jaw-dropper that even seasoned travelers don't know about. Are you ready for takeoff? Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about weight. When you see a Boeing 747 or an Airbus A380, you know it's big, but do you know how big? Did you know that the average fully loaded commercial airplane weighs around 400 tons? To put that into perspective, that's the equivalent of about 100 adult elephants all stacked together. 100. Yet this incredible machine can lift off the ground and cruise gracefully at altitudes of over 35,000 feet. How is this even possible? It all comes down to the genius of aerodynamics. The wings are specially shaped, creating a difference in air pressure above and below them. This pressure difference generates an upward force called lift, which, when it's greater than the plane's weight, allows it to climb into the sky. It's a breathtaking dance between physics and engineering every single time a plane takes flight. Next time you're sitting by the window on a flight, take a closer look at the pane of glass. Have you ever noticed that tiny little hole at the bottom of the inner pane? It's so small, you might miss it. Your first thought might be that it's a defect, a tiny crack that could be a problem. But it's actually a brilliant piece of safety engineering. That little opening is called a bleed hole, and its job is to regulate the air pressure. An airplane window is made of 3 layers. The outer pane takes the brunt of the cabin pressure. The inner pane is just there to protect the middle one, and the middle pane is the failsafe. That tiny hole allows pressure to equalize between the passenger cabin and the air gap between the panes, ensuring that the outer pane bears the pressure load evenly and prevents the window from fogging up or, in a worst-case scenario, cracking mid-flight. Pretty clever for such a tiny detail, right? Now, here's a fact that might make you a little nervous, but stick with me. It's estimated that, on average, a commercial airplane is struck by lightning about once every 1,000 hours of flight time. That means most planes get hit at least once or twice a year. It sounds terrifying, doesn't it? But here's the reassuring part. You have absolutely nothing to worry about. Airplanes are meticulously designed to handle lightning strikes. They act as Faraday cages, meaning the electrical charge flows along the outer metal skin of the aircraft and exits safely, usually through the tail or wingtips, without ever entering the cabin or affecting the electronics. In most cases, the passengers and even the pilots don't even realize it happened. So the next time you fly through a thunderstorm, you can relax knowing your plane is built to withstand nature's light show. Alright, let's talk about something we all have an opinion on. Airplane food. Ever wondered why your meal tastes a bit bland or just plain off? When you're flying, you might blame the airline chefs, but the real culprit is the environment inside the cabin. At 35,000 feet, the cabin is pressurized to simulate an altitude of about 6,000 to 8,000 feet. This lower pressure, combined with the extremely dry, recycled air, has a significant effect on our senses. It can dull your taste buds and sense of smell by up to 30%. Sweet and salty flavors are the first to go. That's why airline caterers often add extra salt and spices to their meals, just so they have some flavor by the time they reach your tray table. So, it's not the chef's fault, it's just high-altitude physics playing tricks on your palate. Ever felt like a flight was dragging on forever? Well, how about spending nearly an entire day in the air? The world's longest non-stop commercial flight currently in operation is the route from New York JFK Airport to Singapore, operated by Singapore Airlines. This marathon journey covers over 15,300 kilometers, or about 9,500 miles, and takes nearly 19 hours from takeoff to touchdown. That's long enough to watch a whole season of your favorite TV show, sleep a full 8 hours, and still have time to spare. To make such a long flight bearable, these ultra-long-haul aircraft are specially configured with more business and premium economy seats, giving passengers more space to stretch out. Imagine waking up on a different day, on the other side of the planet, without ever having to change planes. It's a true marvel of modern aviation. Let's move from the air back down to the ground. Think about the moment a massive airplane lands. All that weight, all that speed, coming to a screeching halt. The pressure on the tires is immense. Airplane tires are, without a doubt, some of the toughest and most over-engineered tires on the planet. They are designed to hit the runway at speeds of up to 170 miles per hour, while supporting a weight of up to 38 tons. They are inflated to about 200 psi, which is roughly 6 times the pressure of a typical car tire. And despite these extreme conditions, they are incredibly reliable and rarely burst. They are filled with nitrogen, not regular air. because it's less likely to expand or contract with extreme temperature changes and reduces the risk of a tire fire. So next time you experience a smooth landing, give a silent thanks to those unsung heroes of aviation, the tires. Here's a fact that sounds shocking at first, but makes perfect sense when you think about it. In the unlikely event of a cabin depressurization emergency, those yellow oxygen masks will drop down from the ceiling. We've all seen it in the safety briefings. But here's the kicker. They only provide about 12 to 15 minutes of breathable oxygen. Your first reaction might be panic, thinking, that's not enough time. But don't worry, this is not a design flaw. That 12 to 15 minute window is more than enough time for the pilots to perform an emergency descent, bringing the plane down to a safe altitude, usually below 10,000 feet, where the air is thick enough for you to breathe normally again without assistance. The masks are a critical, but temporary, bridge to get you safely from a high-altitude emergency to a breathable environment. The pilots train for this exact scenario relentlessly. You've probably heard of the black box, the crucial device that records flight data and cockpit conversations to help investigators understand what happened after an accident. But here's a fun piece of trivia for you. The black box isn't black at all. It's actually painted a bright, almost fluorescent orange. The name black box is a bit of a mystery. Some say it comes from early models that were painted black, while others say it's a term for any piece of scientific equipment with unknown inner workings. But the reason for its vibrant orange color today is purely practical. It makes the device much easier for search and rescue teams to spot amongst the wreckage, especially in difficult terrain or underwater. A very smart move from the engineers to ensure this vital piece of evidence can always be found. If you've ever looked at a flight tracker map, you might have noticed something odd. The flight paths between two cities are almost always shown as long, sweeping curves, not straight lines. Why wouldn't planes just fly in a straight line? The shortest distance between 2 points. Well, they actually are. The map is what's deceiving you. The Earth is a sphere, not a flat piece of paper. The shortest distance between 2 points on a globe is called a great circle route. When you project this curved path onto a flat 2D map, it looks like an arc. Pilots follow these routes because they save significant time and fuel. So while it might look like your plane is taking the scenic route, it's actually flying the most efficient path possible across our curved planet. And finally, we've arrived at fact number 10, the one we promised would surprise you. Did you know that on most airlines, the pilot and the co-pilot are not allowed to eat the same meal before or during a flight? This isn't because they have different dietary preferences. It's a strict safety protocol. The rule is in place to prevent the catastrophic possibility of both pilots becoming incapacitated at the same time from food poisoning. If one meal happens to be contaminated, the other pilot will have eaten something different and will be able to safely fly and land the aircraft. It's a simple but incredibly effective way to mitigate risk. It just goes to show you that in aviation, safety is considered in every single detail, right down to what's on the dinner menu in the cockpit. So, which one of these airplane facts surprised you the most? Was it the lightning strikes, the orange black box, or the pilot's separate meals? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. And if you learned something new today and enjoyed this journey into the world of aviation, please give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Until next time, keep your seatbelt fastened and your curiosity flying high.